Hey everyone, welcome back to OptimizEvony. I hope everyone did well in their first All-Stars qualifying battle. That was last weekend. This weekend will be round two, total of 4 rounds again. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video today on the new event. But before that, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who submitted tickets about the March preset glitch. You know, when you're gathering, like it would only go on the presets. So for accounts that were set up for boss joining and things like that, like it was really annoying because it would send one troop instead of like a correct march. But now that's fixed. So if you had changed your presets either to include gathering generals or just remove the generals like I recommended in my last video, you can remove that. It's no longer necessary as long as you're on the latest update. So good thing that that was fixed relatively quickly because it is really annoying, and it actually impacted a lot of things that were not just tiles and stuff like that as well. Like it really bothered me setting bosses and things like that. Like I would constantly get like my march tactics messed up because it would send those on like a boss joining, march or things, something like that. But glad it's fixed now. Thanks for everyone who did put in the time to submit tickets and things like that. But yeah, let's get into the event. Honestly, not that great of an event. It's a short event, so it's only a 5-day event, as Evony has mentioned here. They're trying to get things on schedule for Halloween event and Christmas event, which tend to be a little bit bigger events. And yeah, I don't know. I think there's some people who are a little bit suspicious that this might also include a K50 update sometime in that range. We'll see. I'm not going to speculate. We all know it's coming at some point, but in my opinion, it's still way, way, way too early. Like there's still like a lot of the top players are not K45, and even if they are, like I mean, you kind of have a bit of separation. The people have been K45 for a long time and are like kind of completely maxed out, just building troops, and then the people who are still kind of working their way through troop buildings and K45 and all that. But a lot of people and most battlefield teams that I see are not primarily K45 now, so I think it's still a little premature. They can release new research or something like that, but no need to release K45 yet. Um, but yeah, so it is a short event. It is a res event, so make sure that you get your res consumption in during that time. Tactics event. I'll quickly talk about the change that they did to night tactic sale. They've included this night tactic box, which now includes this optional chest, which gives you a couple of the old premium duty generals, Ahsoka, Marisa of Nassau, and Sula. Um, you get a 22% chance of getting that. So if you triple down this, you have a pretty good shot at getting at least one of those, but it's not 100%. So just know that it's not a guarantee, but it is one spot where you can get some of those generals. Like if you're trying to get one of those to level up the last couple levels. You do also get the officer skill book chest as well, which can increase your buffs, and a decent amount of Blood of Ares. Although I will say I think Blood of Ares are kind of getting a little bit devalued. I find myself not as drawn to packs with Blood of Ares because once you've kind of filled out your Senate, once you've filled out your duty generals, there are a lot of generals that you need to ascend, but once you've kind of done that, there's you're still bringing in the Blood of Ares, but you're not like using it quite as aggressively. So yeah, take that into account when you're when you're buying that pack, of course. But one of the main things that I want to talk about this event is that we have now brought back the garden, and Evony tends to do this for short events in particular, it's been, I don't know, maybe a year plus since we've had a garden event instead of a cake event. And the main differences between a garden event and a cake event is that the garden is a little bit cheaper. Um, I was talking to some people and they said that to get to level 10 here, it's like $1,800 pack, so $1,800 versus 2,000. So you save $200 on that, and you still get most of the same rewards. You get a two of these. Uh, two of the officer like gear kind of stuff. You get obviously like a decent amount of amplifying stuff. These card packs. Um, Helena, which is a super premium duty general. I wish this was a red chest instead of just giving you a particular general, because it would be nice to, if you don't want that one, to have an option to get, someone else that you are working on building for, or things like that. The other thing is the radiant metals. So the radiant metals are going to be a little bit cheaper as well. I don't know if this level 6 is cheaper, but I've heard that the level 10 is cheaper. So you don't get a castle with it unless you're coining for a different event, like for example the Dwarf Treasurer event. But that might be a good use case if you're trying to get that level 10, get the supremacy gear, get all the other rewards that you get for doing that, but you also need a big keep or want a bigger keep. You can always go and try and do the dwarf treasure and get as high as you can, and that will um, I think that gives you some of the okay, sorry, this is not the event that I thought it was. I thought that this was the one with the fragments, but I'm not seeing those unless there's a particular place that I'm losing. I'm not seeing it. I don't ever do this event, but it might be a good use case for spending this event. Otherwise, some of the other packs that I talked about, or even the military tactics package. This gives you a lot more of these military tactics material chests than a normal one, and also a little bit more golden twigs and blood crystal. So I feel like this is a pretty solid pack in terms of like actually increasing your buffs. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you where to where to spend your money. I'm sure you can figure that out for yourself if you're going to spend your money. But yeah, that's kind of all I had for you guys today. It's just a super quick event. It is a little bit cheaper to get to that max level if you're interested in coining, but otherwise, it's 5-day event. Make sure you get your rewards. It's a little unfortunate that they did this on a witch event instead of like a golem or a turtle event. Like, give us the 5-day event when there's really crap bosses instead of good bosses that we all want to join. So, but yeah, that's all I had for you guys. I'll see you in the next video. As always, please do remember to like and subscribe,